Hi, this is Dave Birkett, Lions beat writer for the Oakland Press, back with another edition of Lions Lowdown on the newly redesigned theoaklandpress.com. Lions 0-4 right now, obviously one of the worst football teams in the NFL. Second worst scoring differential after the St. Louis Rams, one of four teams without a win. Things are just going in the wrong direction, and they don't look to be getting better anytime soon. I mean, I look at the schedule from here on out. I highly doubt they'll be favored for any more games. That's not to say they're not going to win. I'm sure they will win. Everybody in the NFL wins at least one game, though I do think it would be kind of ironic if they were the first undefeated or first winless team since the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 32 years ago, considering all the Bucs they brought in. But anyway, there's a big game this weekend against the Vikings at Minnesota. I got 3 keys for the Lions to win, even though I wouldn't pick them to win if my life depended on it right now. Number 1 is going to be stop Adrian Peterson. If anybody saw the Monday night game, Peterson did not have a good game, so it is possible to stop him. He had 32 yards, I think, on 21 carries. And Minnesota's offense didn't do a heck of a lot. Farrell played pretty good, but they got a big special team score. And the Lions, as bad as they've looked, they played pretty good run defense last week. Actually, both of their home games against Green Bay too. Peterson's a different kind of runner, though. It's quite possible he gets over 200 yards. At Minnesota last year, he really had his way with the Lions, and the Lions really, just to get something going, they need to stop Adrian Peterson. Make Gus Frerotte beat you. Number 2 is going to be kind of igniting that offense. And the tricky part right now is we don't know who's going to be at quarterback. John Kitna missed practice on Wednesday. Dan Orlovsky did practice. He looks healthy. If Kitna can go, he's going to start. If not, I think Orlovsky will get the call over Drew Stanton. Stanton is still, this is his second full week of practice as an NFL player during the regular season, so he's not quite ready yet. We're going to see him before the end of the year, maybe even a couple weeks from now when the Lions return home. But Orlovsky gives them the best chance to win as of right now if John Kitna is out. But regardless who the quarterback is, the Lions need to look a little more prepared, get a little something going on offense. Last week it was just one of those things. They came out, did a lot of no-huddle offense early, and just had a lot of communication problems. And Rod Marinelli said earlier this week that they're going to scrap that at least as a fundamental part of the offense. It's not to say they won't go back to it at times, and of course it's always there during the 2-minute drill. But the Lions want to get back to their basics, the stuff that they worked on during training camp, and that means running the football a lot, taking advantage of Roy Williams and Kelvin Johnson, which they haven't done with any great success this year, but doing enough offensively just to win ball games rather than trying to lose ball games, and that's kind of what's happened these first few games. And then number 3, and maybe this contradicts it, it's not about how they win, but really for the sake of the fans, for the sake of the locker room, for Rod Marinelli and everybody else, they really need to keep the game close. They can't afford another blowout. As I said, they have the second worst scoring differential in the NFL right now. I think it's 20 points a game that they're averaging. Their losses have been an average by. So they really just need to have a competitive game, take some of the heat off Rod Marinelli from fans, take some of the heat off the players, because when things go as bad as they've been going, they can sense it in the locker room. There's just a level of frustration that I haven't seen before with this team. As bad as they've been over the years, this is kind of something new, and some of the players have even said that this week. So if the Lions can stop Adrian Peterson, if they can keep the game close early, and if they can get pretty good play out of the quarterbacks, you never know what can happen. They might end up getting their first win this week. Again, I'm Dave Birkett, Lions beat writer for the Oakland Press. Come back to the Oakland Press next week, and we'll take a look at the Lions-Texans games. That's the final 2 of the last 4 teams without a win in the NFL, and one of those teams is bound to have a victory 2 weeks from now. Thanks, and we'll see you next week.